Yes, I know I'm holding my phone the wrong way, and I'm sorry that it's going to be a little shaky because I'm just holding it in my hand. And I am just popping up out of nowhere after 3 years, and if you could just give me a minute of your time, you'll understand why. And you may not like the reason, but you'll know why I'm popping up out of nowhere. I'm mostly making the video for the few people who have been wondering where I've been, but also just to get right to the point of what's going on in my life and why I haven't been making videos. I did have to go back to work 3 years ago in June of 2022 after my husband was hospitalized for 2 months and almost died from COVID-19. I wasn't working at the time because I had just had a baby and not a lot of people were hiring. So when he came home from the hospital, he was home for 4 months, and neither of us were working. We had to take out a pension loan just to make ends meet. And then with the cost of living rising, and even with me taking a job, we ended up getting ourselves into a tough financial situation where we were living paycheck to paycheck, and then suddenly something unexpected happened. My son, my middle son, who at 8 years old was diagnosed with ADHD. He has a lot of problems that we now know about. We just found out now at age 11, just a week ago, a week or 2 ago, that he is also autistic. And as if that combination wasn't hard enough, we also found out that he has a rare brain disorder due to genetic mutations in his brain. We discovered this through genetic testing, so this is confirmed. There are 2 gene mutations. One is there are only 0.02% of confirmed cases worldwide, so there's not enough scientific data on it to determine whether or not it is harmful to him. But from what I've learned about it, I do recognize a lot of the symptoms of the people who have the little bit that they do know about it. I see some of it in him, but not all of it. But I believe that's because it's recessive. The other one is dominant. It's confirmed to be SIM1 deficiency. Both of these, I believe both of these are in the hypothalamus, but at least the SIM1 deficiency is from a mutation in his hypothalamus, which causes hyperphagia. Basically, he always wants to eat. He's always hungry. He's never full. And it can also cause hormonal issues and emotional regulation issues. It causes a lot of things that he's going to need help with, combined with his autism, and he has other issues going on too that I prefer to keep private at this time. But the other bit of what's going on is my mother is at the end of her life. That's very hard to say, and I'm sorry. That's probably also very triggering. And I know it's the natural order of things, but I'm not ready. But she does have COPD, congestive heart failure, hypertension, diabetes, and most recently, carotid artery disease. So the 2 main arteries in her neck that bring the blood flow to her brain, one is is 99% blocked, and then there's a few others that branch off of there that also have at least 80% blockages. And because she's also in stage 4 kidney failure, she doesn't qualify for surgery, so our only hope is blood thinners, just to make sure the blood gets to her brain. But she wasn't given much time. We're really trying to help her with all the doctor's appointments and the cost of trying to get her healthy foods that she can eat. It's expensive, and my son has 10 doctor's appointments this summer, and each time he has to see the doctor for his autism. It's 64 miles round trip, and his geneticist is not quite as far, maybe 40 miles. You'll read all about this if you check out the GoFundMe, so I don't necessarily need to make this a very long video, but I am sharing it on every social media platform, and I may even consider making YouTube videos again, even though I wasn't very successful at it. We're just really in a bind with lost hours at work. All of us used to get bonuses. Now I don't. We don't. Just because the economy has changed, the cost of living has gone up. That's no disrespect to my employer. She has been very kind, generous, and understanding of everything I'm going through. It's just life, and these medical bills are piling up. The transportation costs alone, it's I don't know if I mentioned, because I've tried to make this 4 or 5 times already. Our house was foreclosed on recently, and through the generosity of some family and friends, all loans except for one $1,000 donation, we were able to catch up on the mortgage and save our house. But now we are at the mercy of, basically it just increased our cost of living expenses, and we need some financial help. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've been actually below the poverty level before when I was much younger. I grew up below the poverty level. I just haven't experienced it recently, so it feels very foreign. And because technically, on paper, we just don't qualify for much help financially. So my only hope is the kindness of strangers, basically, family and friends, donations. So, I'm sorry that this video could have been triggering, was a little depressing, a lot depressing, and it may even seem selfish to some. I know people, they want to relax, but I didn't want to, this is an ASMR channel, so I didn't just want to come out and say in my plain voice what's going on. But yes, I will have the GoFundMe linked in the description box below, and even if you just share it, it would mean the world to my family. If you want to donate, that's up to you. The details are there, so you can check it out and see if it's something that you'd like to donate to. You're welcome to leave comments. If they're negative, they're negative. If they're positive, they're positive. If they're helpful, they're helpful. If you have advice for me, please go ahead and give it. I'm surprised I made it through this video without crying, because honestly, this is the first time I've been able to talk about it without crying. But I am gonna end this video here, and I'm so sorry for all that background noise, and I hope I didn't leave anything out. I think I got my main points across. I did want to share a little funny story about one of the main reasons, not just going back to work, but one of the main reasons I stopped making videos. I was constantly being interrupted, and the background noise was so much, and I was so worried about it. And finally, I had this great video going, and just out of nowhere, the transformer right outside my house blew, and it was so loud, and I don't know how to edit videos, and I am not going to learn, and I wasn't going to learn then either, and one day maybe I will, but this is just not the time for it. But if you did make it to the end, I hope that little funny, or what I think was funny, tidbit made it worth it. If I do decide to start making videos going forward, it will be with the intention of trying to earn an income. Maybe I said that already. My thoughts are all over the place. I just don't have enough followers yet, and I don't know if I'll ever get any. I don't even know if anyone will see this video, but I'm putting it out there anyway. And I am going to end it here because I don't have much more to say, and I don't want to, be any more depressing to anybody. And my analytics usually tell me I get about a minute of views anyway, so at 12 minutes in, I'm sure all 3 of you are already gone. But I do wish you all the best. If this is the last time I make a video, just know I'm still here watching yours. I'm still supporting you guys. So know that if you are a creator that I've been following, I am still following you. And some nights I think the only reason I can even get through is because of you. So thank you for that. And if you're just a supporter, thank you for that. So on that note, I wish you all a good night, a good day, maybe even a good morning. I wish you all the best.